What's going on, guys? Pellet Sauce Breaks here. Welcome to episode 1 of the NFL season. Um, this is where I'm going to be predicting my division winners. Talk about the fantasy football throughout the year. Every Wednesday, I'm going to try to predict throughout the week. Maybe we'll keep the record for me and Sauce. I think Sauce is going to make his AFC predictions on TikTok and post them. And I'm going to put them on YouTube here for me. We're going to start with the AFC North. Pretty good division, in my opinion. I mean, you got the defending AFC champs, the Bengals. You got the Deshaun Watson Browns. You got the Lamar Jackson Ravens, and you got the very hyped up Steelers. Which we're gonna start with the Steelers. I'm looking at all the schedules here. Steelers, they're my least favorite team, other than the Vikings. Uh, Looking at their schedule, I mean, they got a pretty tough schedule. I mean, start with the Bengals and Patriots back to back. That's a tough schedule, really is. Um, when we get to the Patriots later in that division, I don't think that's a very good division. I think the Bills run that division. I think there's some good teams in the division. I just can't see anybody beating the Bills in that division, but we'll get to that later. So they start off the season September 11th, 1 p.m. at the Bengals. I have them losing that game. Then next week in Pittsburgh, Patriots. I have them losing that game. Then they got the Browns and the Jets back-to-back weeks. I have them winning both those games. As of now, Deshaun Watson is on a 6-game suspension, which probably should be more. I guess we'll find that out soon. We're probably not going to find out for that until who knows when. Then October 9th, their 5th game of the season, they got the Bills, and then they got the Bills-Bucks back-to-back. I don't think they're winning that game. Then they're at the Dolphins. I do think they can beat the Dolphins. Steelers, it's just going to depend how their quarterback game goes. If they start Trubisky, I think they should start Trubisky. I think Pickett's the most overrated quarterback in this draft. He played 17 years of college football. I mean, I'd hope he'd have one good season. He did look good in the preseason, but it's preseason. I mean, George Pickens, yeah, he's good. He's a dog. He's the NFL young boy. So where are we at? Dolphins. I do have them beating the Dolphins. I do think they can beat the Dolphins. Then they're at the Eagles, and then they got the Saints. I think they beat the Eagles. The Eagles are a very overrated team. Jalen Hurts is not that good. He can't throw. Yes, he went 5 for 5 in the preseason game, but it's preseason, like I said. A bunch of backups. I don't think Jalen Hurts is that good. He has weapons. He's going to be able to throw. He has a decent offensive line. He's got the weapons. He's got everything around for him. I just don't think Hurts is that very... I just don't think he's very, very good. He's good in an RPO offense. If they use him right, I think he can be very good. I think at the Saints. Saints are my dark horse team. They're my team, obviously. They're getting hated on for, I don't know why. Michael Thomas back, Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave. I mean, I think they beat the Steelers. Then the Bengals come to town. I do think they split with the Bengals. I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to repeat what they did last year. They did get a better offensive line. They do have probably the best receiving core in the NFL. I just don't think they can do it again. I just don't think they can. I want them to. Don't get me wrong. I think they really can. But yeah. So then we got the Colts. I think the Steelers got the Colts. I do think the Colts are the best team in the AFC South. However, but I think the Steelers got the Colts in Indianapolis. Then they got at the Falcons. I think they beat the Falcons. And then they got the Ravens. I do think they're going to split with the Ravens. Don't know which game it is. Probably the one in Pittsburgh. And then they got in Carolina. I think they beat Carolina. And the Raiders come to town New Year's Eve. Or Christmas Eve, rather, at 8:15. That game's going to depend on how their season goes. If they win... let's see. I mean, if they win 7, 8 games before that, 9 games. I think that could be probably the game of the week, probably. Um, I think Steelers can win that. Maybe, I don't know. That one's tough. That one's tough. Um, Steelers at Ravens, January 1st. I think split. Don't know which one. And the Browns, they finished this regular season with the Browns. If the 6-game suspension holds out, Deshaun Watson will play. So we'll see how that goes. I say if Deshaun Watson does play, they win. If he doesn't, they lose. Unless they somehow get Jimmy G. I think maybe. They got a mediocre wide receiver core. And let's go to the Browns next. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the Steelers team. Like I said, Mitch Trubisky, Pickett, both good players. I don't like Pickett, really. I think Trubisky's their best bet. If he can play as good as Jimmy G did back in 2019, I believe it was when the 49ers went to this, maybe 2020. That's what the Steelers team reminds me of. A lot of talent, great defense, mediocre quarterback. They just need a mediocre quarterback play. I'm personally a Trubisky guy. I believe in Trubisky. I think they got Freiermuth, good second-year tight end coming out. They got or what's his name? Pickens, I think. I don't even remember. I think I said his name earlier. Pickens, Claypool, obviously Deontay Johnson. He had a good season last year. He's a good receiver. He can run routes. Just a matter of him catching it. Great defense. He obviously got the best defensive player in the league other than Aaron Donald, T.J. Watt. You got good luck. They acquired Miles Jack. That's a huge pickup. Miles Jack, very underrated player. They got decent corners on the outside. I obviously got what's his name, safety. Played for the Browns. You know what I'm talking about. Or the Dolphins rather. I forget what's his name, but it's on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna think of it. Give me a second. But yeah, I mean, 10-7 maybe, 10-7. I think maybe. I think Steelers can do it. I think Steelers are a wild card team in this division. I don't think they're winning this division. So let's go to the Browns next. So we're going to base this off of 6-game suspension to Deshaun Watson as of right now. So they start the season off with the Panthers, Jets, Steelers, Falcons, Chargers. They have a pretty easy schedule in the beginning. Start with the Panthers and Jets. Steelers, it's going to be their third game. Steelers' third game. Who knows how it goes? I do think Steelers win that. Then they do got the Falcons. I do think the Browns could beat the Falcons in Atlanta. Depending, if Mariota plays good, I think the Falcons can be pretty decent. I think they can maybe hang with the Browns. I'm not sure, but I do think the Falcons can win that. So I have them 2-2 the first 4. Then the Chargers come to Cleveland. Chargers beat them. Patriots come to Cleveland. That's game 6, so that's the last game. Watson's out. As of now, I do think the Patriots win that. Now they're 2-4 with the 2-4 with Deshaun Watson coming back. And that first game would be at Ravens. I think same thing with the Steelers. I think the Ravens split with them as well. The Browns. Then the Bengals at Browns. If Deshaun Watson's back, they win that. Browns at Dolphins. I think Dolphins are gonna win that for some reason. Browns at Bills. Bills win that. Bucks at Browns. Bucks win that. Might be a really good game. Browns at Texans. Browns win that. Browns at Bengals. Probably Bengals win that. Then Ravens at Browns. I think they're going to split. And then Saints in Cleveland. That's the game I'm trying to go to. It is on Christmas Eve, 1 p.m. game. So nothing major. I do want to go to that game. I do think the Saints do beat. Actually, if Deshaun plays, I do think the Browns can win that. Saints do have a really good defense, so I mean, I do think the Saints win that game. Browns at Commanders, Commanders win that. Browns at Steelers, do think the Browns win that. I think they're gonna win that, and that might sneak them into a playoff. That might. I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be 3 teams to make it out. In this division, there could be. I think the wild card in this division is either gonna be Steelers or Browns. That's it. It's my opinion. I don't think Bengals are gonna make the playoffs. I really don't. We're gonna go to the Ravens. This is who I have winning the division. They start with the Jets. That's a win. Dolphins at Ravens. I think Ravens win that. Ravens at Patriots. I think Ravens win that. Bills at Ravens. I think Bills win that. I think Bengals and Bills are gonna split, or Bengals and Ravens are gonna split. Ravens at Giants. Ravens win that. Game. Browns at Ravens. I do think the Browns are gonna win that because that is Deshaun's first game back. I think. Ravens at Bucks. Bucks win that. Ravens at Saints. That's a night game in New Orleans. The Saints tend to lose one of their night games every year, so I'll give them that one. Ravens will probably win that one. And we got Panthers in Baltimore. Baltimore wins that. Ravens at Jacksonville. Ravens win that. Broncos at Ravens. I do think the Broncos will win that. That's going to be a good game. Ravens and Steelers split. Ravens and Browns split. I really think every team's just going to split this year. In this division, I don't think any team's going to sweep another team. Maybe the Ravens, maybe the Bengals sweep the Browns, something like that. I'm not too sure. And then Steelers, Ravens, they split. Bengals, Ravens. I think Bengals win that. And now, time for the Bengals and wrap up the North. I don't think Bengals are gonna make the playoffs. If they do, it's gonna be kind of like last year. Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. They're gonna be competing for a wild card. All 3 of them. And that's if Deshaun doesn't come. If Deshaun gets suspended indefinitely, he's not. They're not making the playoffs. They're just not. I wouldn't even give them a wild card. I do think the Ravens are my team in this division. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm very confident in them. J.K. Dobbins back. Everybody's saying they have a weak wide receiver core. I do agree. Bateman's young. I totally can't even tell you who else they have. Everybody forgets about Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, top 3 receiving tight end in the league. Probably top 3 all-around tight end in the league. My opinion, he can block in the run game and he can catch. So I think the Ravens have a really, really, really complete team. If this Bengals schedule would load, I'll give you guys my predictions. Here it is. Steelers at Bengals, split. Bengals at Cowboys. I do think the Cowboys are going to win that. Bengals at Jets. Probably Bengals, obviously. Dolphins at Bengals. Dolphins win that. Bengals at Ravens. That's a split. Bengals at Saints. New Orleans beats them in New Orleans. Falcons at Bengals. Bengals win that. Split. Cleveland. Browns and Bengals, they split. Panthers, Bengals, they split. Panthers lose. Bengals and Steelers, they split. Bengals at Titans, Bengals win that. Chiefs at Bengals, Chiefs definitely win that. They want that revenge game. Browns at Bengals, they split. Bengals at Bucks, Bucks win that. Bengals at Patriots. Depending on how the overrated one Mac Jones does this year, I do think Patriots may have a chance of winning that. Bills beat the Bengals, and Ravens and Bengals split. Like I said, they're a wild card team. They're not winning the division. If they do, I'll eat my words on that. But they definitely can. I'm not saying they can't. I just don't think they're gonna do it this year. I think Lamar is his 4th, 5th year in the league. I think he's definitely my favorite. I think he's gonna come out with an MVP season. I really do think he will. That's my main reason. Uh, as long as injuries don't hold him back and the Ravens back this year, they have a chance to go far, I think. At least win that division. So, I'm going to get we're going to do the AFCs. Let's do the South next. I'm going to get them loaded up for us, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. We're going to start with the Jags, who I think have out of that last year's draft class, I think they have the best quarterback. I think Trevor Lawrence is the best. Terrible situation he was in last year. We saw what he did in the last game of the season to be, he showed flashes of what he is. He was great in college, you can't deny that. He was highest graded quarterback since, Montana, I think, or Dan Marino, maybe, something like that. Um, I just think Trevor Lawrence is a great quarterback. I think he can. I don't think he's going to be the most successful out of that class. I do think Trey Lance is going to be the most successful out of that class, however. Um, but I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be the most talented, personally. So, they start the season with the Commanders. I think they're in shock. I think they're gonna lose that, actually. I think they're gonna lose that. Colts, Jags. Colts win that. Jags at Chargers. Chargers win that. 0-3 already. Jags at Eagles. They lose that. Texans, Jags. Jags win that. Jags at Colts. Colts win that. So they're 1-6 at this point. Giants at Jags. Jags win that. 2-6. Broncos at Jags. Broncos win. Raiders at Jags. Jags win, or Raiders win that. Jags at Chiefs. Chiefs win that. Ravens at Jags. Ravens win that. Jags at Lions. They should make that a night game. I do think the Lions are going to win that. Jags at Titans. I feel like they're going to have an upset game. Don't know what game it's going to be. I do think the Cowboys are going to win that game. Jags versus Jets. That's a night game. It's going to be a fun game, I guess. I think it's a Thursday game. Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, which I think is very stupid. The NFL's doing that. I'll take the Jags. I'll take the Jags in that one. Jags at Texans. Jags beat that one. Texans at Jags. Titans win that. 6-11, maybe 5-12 at the most. They're developing. They actually do got some weapons. They got the third highest paid wide receiver in Christian Kirk. Very surprising to me. They probably could have got, for how much they paid him, they could have got somebody else. But whatever. They got Laviska Shenault coming back, I believe. I think. I could be wrong. Couldn't tell you their tight end is. Not Tim Tebow, I know that. ETN's back. That's big. I think he reminds me of a faster Kamara. Just a little bit faster. Almost like a McCaffrey. Obviously not that level. More receiving Aaron Jones, if you would. I think he can be solid. Fantasy terms, I think he's going to be huge, in my opinion. Defense, they just got rid of Miles Jack. I'm not too sure who else they have. Fake Josh Allen, obviously. So 5-12. We'll give them 5-12. Next, we'll move on to the Texans, the other bad team in this division. Take a loss to the Colts, lost to the Broncos, lost to the Bears, lost to the Chargers 0-4. Great start to the season. I do believe in Davis Longneck Mills. I do like him. I think he's going to be one of those guys you're going to see around forever as a backup eventually. Once Houston figures out their problems. He's going to be one of those guys that just reminds me of, seems like they played forever, just a backup. Texans at Raiders, they lose that. Titans at Texans, they lose that. Eagles, they lose that. I do think they beat the Giants in New York. I do think that. Commanders come to town. I do think they're going to beat the Commanders. I'm not a Wentz believer. So Texans at Dolphins. Dolphins win that. Browns at Texans. Deshaun Watson revenge game. I think Texans win that. Texans at Cowboys. Texans lose that. Cowboys win that. Chiefs at Texans. Chiefs win that. Texans and Titans. Texans win that. Jags at Texans. I don't even remember what I said. I don't even remember if I said the Jags would beat them, but I don't even know. Texans at Colts. Colts beat them. 3-14. Maybe. 3-14. I don't know what their over/under win is, but if it's anything over, if it's 5, under 5, for sure, I think. Unless if Davis Longneck somehow pops off. Next, the Titans. My opinion, this team is a little overrated. They probably, I'm assuming they're the favorite to win the division. Second, gotta pull it back up. Titans 2022 schedule. They're probably the favorite to win the division. I don't think they will. I think the Colts are going to win this division by a landslide. Matt Ryan's going to lead this team into glory like he deserves. I think the Colts are the more talented team. Since 2016, Titans have had 5 consecutive winning seasons. I do think they're going to have a winning season. I don't think they're going to win this division. I don't think they're going to get a wild card. They're going to get, probably 4 free wins from Texans and Jags, maybe. That's 4 wins right there. And they start season off the Giants, there's another. They get the Giants, they win that. Titans at Bills, they lose. Raiders at Titans, they lose. Titans at Colts, I think they're going to split. That's gonna be a close division. I think it's going to be a close division. I do think the Colts are going to win though. And we're going to look at their schedule last. So depending on how theirs looks, by the looks of it, they have a pretty tough schedule. Titans do. Titans Commanders, Titans win that. Colts Titans split. Titans Texans, Titans win. Titans at Chiefs, Chiefs win. Broncos at Titans, Broncos win that. Titans at Packers. See, that's tough. I don't think the Packers are gonna win that division. That's a night game, Thursday night game. I think Titans can win that game. Bengals beat the Titans. Titans at Eagles. Eagles definitely lose. Titans win that. Jags at Titans. Titans win. Titans at Chargers. Chargers take that easily. Texans and Titans. Titans win. Cowboys at Titans. Another Thursday night game, I believe. Cowboys probably. And Titans at Jags. Titans win that. So, I don't know. I mean, I'd give them 10-7, 9-8 maybe. I'm not sure what their over/under win is, but if it's 10.5, I'd take under. I'd take the under in that. I think I would. I mean, I got Derrick Henry. That rookie wide receiver Phillips. He's looking good. I think they have Treylon Burks too. He seems to be pretty athletic in training camp. They're obviously not going to start Malik Willis, so he definitely needs some work. He had a good preseason game the other day, but I do think Tannehill's a solid starter. He reminds me of Jimmy Garoppolo, a solid starter. But you put Tannehill on like a 49ers team, I do think that team wins Super Bowl, maybe. But he'd be better than Jimmy G. Let's just say that. They got Derrick Henry, most dominant running back probably that we've seen in the last since Marshawn Lynch maybe. Yeah, so I think I'd give Titans 10-7, 9-8, somewhere around there. Let's go to the Colts. My division winners for this division. Very, very underrated team. Very underrated team. Start to see the Texans and Jags back-to-back wins. Chiefs at Colts. Chiefs do win that. Titans at Colts, they split. Colts go into town to Denver. Denver, see, the Colts, I think they can win a lot of good games, but the Broncos are a very complete team on both sides of the ball. So I do get the Broncos that. Jags, Colts, Jags win, split. Colts, Titans, Commanders lose to the Colts. Colts beat the Patriots. Colts lose to the Raiders. Eagles at Colts. Colts win that. Steelers at Colts. Colts win that. Colts at Dallas. Colts win that. Colts at Vikings. Vikings do win that. Chargers at Colts. Chargers probably. Depending on how Colts season goes. Colts at Giants. And they're going to end the season with 2 wins. They got the Giants and Texans. So I think they're going to finish 10-7. 11-6 maybe. They're going to win that division. They're going to get in the playoffs. I don't have to do anything. Hopefully for Matt Ryan's sake. Shout out Sauce. They got... I don't even know who they got, really. They obviously got Jonathan Taylor. For them to win that division, if Jonathan Taylor needs to have a 1,000-yard season, rushing, if Matt Ryan plays solid football, and he gets those receivers open, he is probably the best guard in the NFL, Quentin Nelson. Probably one of the best linebackers, Darius Leonard on the defense. The most overrated corner, or safety, I don't even know what position he plays, but Kenny Moore, most overrated player. They have another cornerback too, I can't remember. They got him last year. But they have a solid defense. I think the Colts win that division. I do. So let's do the AFC. Let's do the East. We'll do the East. We'll save the hardest division for last. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. We're back. AFC East. Sorry, it's my chair. It's kind of broken. We'll start out with the team I do think is going to lose the division, but I do think they have the players on the team. They have a very high fantasy upside. I think that they have. I was listening to the Part of My Take today, and they were talking about how the Jets have a lot of notable names. Like, you say that name, and I know that guy. Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios, Zach Wilson, Michael Carter, Breece Hall, I think that's his name. I think that's who they drafted, if I'm not mistaken. And let me look here. I could be wrong. Jets 2022 draft. I know Eli Moore, I think he started to break out last year towards the last 6 weeks. Right now, Zach Wilson's hurt. Said the best case scenario is 2 to 4 weeks. So, might see Joe Flacco, or Mike White. This is slow. It's really slow. I'm sorry. Well, that's slow. Let's look at their schedule. I do think they're going to be the worst team. They lose to the Ravens, lose to the Browns, lose to the Bengals, lose to the Steelers. This one's kind of obvious who wins this division. I know the Dolphins did get some insurance for Tua. I still don't think they're going to beat the Bills. I don't think. To get in the playoffs in this division, you're going to have to win. You have to win because the AFC West is strong. This division, the winner's going. Dolphins might. The Patriots don't make it. I just don't see them make it. Everything's slow right now. I'm sorry. Um, like I said, but if, to get in the playoffs in this division, you have to win it. I can't see the Patriots making a wild card. I can't. Dolphins, maybe. Dolphins, maybe. I'll look at their schedule. But lose to the Bengals, lose to the Steelers, lose to the Dolphins, lose to the Packers, lose to the Broncos, lose to the Patriots, lose to the Bills, lose to the Patriots, beat the Bears, lose to the Vikings, lose to the Bills, beat the Lions, maybe. Beat the Jags, maybe. I don't even know. Probably not. Beat the Seahawks and lose to the Dolphins. So I think they're over under 6 wins. Take under. Take the under in that one. I could be wrong. If it's 4 wins, over under 3.5, maybe go over. They could surprise some teams. Decent defense at best. Nothing special. I think this is loaded up. Let's see. Yeah, so Jets aren't going to be good this year. They do have good fantasy players. I do think that. I wouldn't say they're going to be exciting to watch or anything like that. But I think Eli Moore and the other wide receiver they got, Garrett Wilson, I believe. Those two could be fantasies, and Corey Davis, another person. Not sure who their tight end is. Couldn't tell you. So let's look at the Patriots now. Mac Jones is overrated. Not a very good quarterback, in my opinion. Last year he was good, but I think he's good. It doesn't help that this organization doesn't set him up. N'Keal Harry's is wide receiver 1, I believe. I think. I couldn't even tell you. So start with the Dolphins. They lose that. Lose the Steelers. Lose to the Ravens. Lose to the Packers. Beat the Lions. Beat the Browns. Beat the Bears. Beat the Jets. Lose to the Colts. Beat the Jets. Lose to the Vikings. Lose to the Bills. At Arizona. Probably the Cardinals there. Maybe Patriots might upset them there, beat them on, I think it's a Monday night game. Patriots at Raiders. Raiders win that. Bengals at Patriots. Bengals win that. Dolphins, Patriots. Dolphins win that. Actually, I think Dolphins, Patriots are going to split. Bills at Patriots. Bills win that. So, I think they're going to go 7-10. 8-9 maybe, at best. I don't think they're going to go over 500. I don't think they will. I could be wrong. Belichick is the greatest coach in the league. Maybe they make some trades. Maybe they pick up some grocery store worker that ends up being the fastest man alive. Who knows? I think they're RB1s or Ramondre Stevenson. I could be wrong. Don't draft him in fantasy either. So let's go to the Dolphins. Everybody's really excited about them. New coach, really a lot of really new team. Compared to last year. This is gonna be based on Tua, how he plays. Pretty decent defense. So start with the Patriots. Dolphins win that. Ravens beat them next week. Bills, I think they are gonna split. I do think the Bills are gonna win. I do think the Bills are gonna win one of. I think they're gonna split. Let's just say that. Dolphins and Bengals. Bengals win that. Dolphins at Jets. Dolphins win. Vikings at Dolphins. Dolphins. Steelers at Dolphins. Dolphins win. Dolphins at Lions. Dolphins win that. Dolphins at Bears. Bears win. I'm sorry, Dolphins win. Browns at Dolphins. Dolphins win. Texans at Dolphins. Dolphins win. Dolphins at 49ers. I'm going to give that to 49ers. Dolphins at Chargers. Chargers. Dolphins at Bills. Bills win or they lose. That's a split, so. Packers at Dolphins. Packers win that. Dolphins at Patriots. Dolphins win that. Jets at Dolphins. Dolphins win that. So 11-6. 12-5 maybe. So they obviously got Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, probably one of the, other than T. Higgins and Chase, probably the best duo. Maybe, probably the best duo. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna depend on how Tua plays. I'm not too sure who their RB1 is. I couldn't tell you, I'll be honest. I'm not too sure. Let's go to the Bills. The Bills are going to win this division. I don't see them losing. This team is built to beat Patrick Mahomes. And they still couldn't do it last year. There goes my chair. Because of a coin flip, but hey, football is what football is. Oh, they start with is that a Monday night game? I think it's their Buffalo goes to SoFi and plays. And they take on the Rams, and Buffalo is favored to win that. I do think Buffalo does win that. They're out for a Super Bowl. If they don't win a Super Bowl, it's not good enough. They're not satisfied with the AFC Championship. They want to win a Super Bowl. Titans and Bills. Bills win that. Dolphins, Bills, they split. Bills at Ravens. Bills win. Steelers at Bills. Bills win. Bills at Chiefs. Chiefs win. Packers, Bills. Probably that's gonna be a good game. They made that a night game, so Bills is probably gonna win that. It's in Buffalo in October, so. Bills, Jets, Bills win. Vikings, Bills, Bills win. Browns, Bills, Bills win. Bills, Lions, Bills win. Bills, Patriots, Bills win. Jets, Bills, Bills win. Dolphins, Bills, they split. Bills, Bears, Bills, Bengals. That's a night game. It's gonna be a good game. Probably the Bills. Like I said, I'm not too high on the Bengals this year. I am rooting for the Bengals this year. Bengals and Bills are my AFC teams. That's who I'm rooting for. So I think I said the Bills will win that. I think, and then Patriots, Bills win that. I think they go 13-4, maybe 13-4. Hopefully, they win that division easily. Josh Allen, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, great defense. Acquired Von Miller. They said Zach Moss might be RB1 this year. I like Zach Moss a lot. But most underrated tight end, other than Dalton Schultz for the Cowboys, they do have Dawson Knox. Amazing fantasy, amazing. He seems like a dude scores a touchdown every game. He doesn't get many receptions, but it seems like he's Josh Allen's number one target other than Steph. Steph Diggs in the red zone. We saw what Gabe Davis can do last year in the playoffs. That was probably the best football game I've ever watched. That was amazing. I'm high on the Bills. I'm expecting them no less than an AFC Championship run. AFC is tough this year, especially this West division. I mean, the West is tough. Man, all four teams can win this division. All four teams are playoffs teams. You split those teams amongst the divisions. You put all four of them in a different division. They'd probably win almost. They'd win almost every division other than this one, maybe. So let's go to the West. I mean, everybody knows what the Bills got. Everybody knows who they are. They're the best. They're probably the best team in the AFC, in my opinion. So let's go to the West and see what is cooking over there. I'll be right back. All right, we're back here with the AFC West. We're starting out with the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, so, I, this division's close. It's close. I mean, they're going. They got Devontae. They're trying to win this division. I don't think they are though. Same thing with the Broncos. They got Russ. They're going for the division. See what they got. Start the season with the Chargers. I honestly think each, kind of like the AFC North, I think the Chargers are going to win this division. It's going to be a close division. Third year Herbert is a beast. Mike Williams is getting better every year. Keenan Allen's just year after year after year just amazing. So let's go through. This is tough. This is really tough. Chargers. I think honestly, you could see 3 teams in the playoffs from this division. I couldn't even tell you who's going to lose. I couldn't tell you who's going to come in second. I couldn't tell you who's going to come in third. I couldn't tell you who's going last. All I know is Chargers are winning this division. So, Raiders at Chargers. Chargers win that. Cardinals at Raiders. Raiders win that. Raiders at Titans. Raiders win that. I think the Broncos are going to split with the Raiders. I think the Broncos are going to split with the Chiefs. I think the Broncos are going to get swept by the Chargers. So back to this. Broncos are going to split. Raiders, Chiefs. Chiefs win that in Kansas City. I do think that. Texans at Raiders. Raiders win that. Raiders at Saints. Depending on how the Saints are doing, I'll give the Raiders that. Raiders at Jags. Raiders win that. Colts at Raiders. Raiders win that. Raiders at Broncos. They split. Raiders at Seahawks. Raiders win that. Chargers. Raiders. I think I said they split. Raiders or Rams. Rams probably win that. Patriots or Raiders. Raiders win that. Raiders at Steelers. Raiders win that. 49ers or Raiders. Raiders win that. Chiefs at Raiders. They split. So 10-7, I think. 10-7, 11-6 for this team. It's tough. So I'm not gonna stick on them too long. Derek Carr, he's probably, in my opinion, one of the more underrated quarterbacks. Josh Jacobs, a solid running back. Devontae Adams, good running back. Darren Waller, top 5 tight end, top 3 maybe. Pretty good defense. Crosby off the edge. Not insane. Secondary, nothing crazy. Solid, I think. Mediocre at best, actually. I don't know. It's a tough team. They've had their coaching struggles, but we'll just have to see with them. And same thing with this next team, the Broncos. Really just gonna have to see with them too. They obviously got Russ, great quarterback. Broncos are a very complete team. I do think the Broncos are gonna sneak in the playoffs. I do. First game of the season, they're at the Seahawks. Broncos win that. Texans at Broncos. Broncos win that. 49ers at Broncos. Broncos win. Broncos at Raiders. I think they split. Colts at Broncos. Broncos win. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers win that. Jets at Broncos. Broncos win. Jags, Titans. Broncos win both of them on the road. Raiders, Broncos. They split. Panthers, Ravens. Back to back. I do think the Ravens win. I think they beat the Panthers. I think I split with the Chiefs. They're gonna beat the Cardinals. They're gonna lose the Rams. I split with the Chiefs. They're gonna lose the Broncos or lose the Chargers. So 12-5. I think 12-5, 11-6, somewhere around there. I can see this division going. I do think the Chargers are gonna win this division, but like I said in the beginning, any team can win this division. It's tough. I don't even think the pros could predict it, but we're just gonna have to see for this division. It's hard. Now let's go to probably the favorite to win this division, the Chiefs. Obviously probably the best quarterback coach duo with Mahomes and Reed. Most creative by far. So let's get right into it. Chiefs start the season at the Cardinals. Chiefs win that. There we are. Chiefs Cardinals. Chiefs win that. Chargers at Chiefs. I think the Chiefs and Chargers are gonna split. It's gonna come down to. It's gonna come down to the last two division games, in my opinion. For this, but Chiefs beat the Colts. Chiefs, Bucks. I believe that's Monday Night Football, October 2nd, 8:30. I'd give that to the Bucks in Kansas City, in Tampa. I give that to the Bucks. Raiders, Chiefs, they split. Bills at Chiefs. Chiefs do win that. Chiefs at 49ers. Chiefs win that. Titans at Chiefs. Chiefs win. Jags. Chiefs win. Jags and Chargers split. Rams at Chiefs. Chiefs do win that. I think. Chiefs at Bengals. Chiefs win that. Chiefs at Broncos. They split. Chiefs beat the Texans. They beat the Seahawks. They split with the Broncos, and I do think they split with the Raiders and the Broncos and the Chargers. I think they're going to split with all three teams. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. So that's 3 losses there. I do think they're going to lose the Bucs, I said. So probably 13-4. 13-4, 12-5, somewhere around there. You already know you have, you lost Tyreek. You got Van Scaffolding, or whatever his name is, from the Packers. They said he's looking good. They got Juju. Most overrated wide receiver in the league. I like Juju. He's overrated though. He's a wide receiver 2. He's a slot receiver. However, I do think Mecole Hardman is gonna have a huge year, because I just remember in the past. I think it was a podcast Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman were both on, and Mecole was like, I guess they raced or something, and Mecole said he was just as fast as him, or if not faster. So I think Mecole's going to play a Tyreek role this year. Almost the same thing. If he does good, it might not even feel like Tyreek was ever there. It's not going to feel like he was ever gone. Obviously, the best tight end in the league, Kelsey, without a doubt. Best receiving tight end, that is. Probably overall tight end, to be honest. Kelsey's first round, second round fantasy pick. And Mahomes is just gonna be Mahomes. He's not even gonna. People think last year, I remember they're like, oh, we figured out Patrick Mahomes. They figured out Mahomes. They didn't. Mahomes is gonna be Mahomes. Him and Andy Reid, amazing duo. Wouldn't be surprised if they win this division. They're gonna make the playoffs. Mahomes isn't missing the playoffs. I don't think he will. So let's move on to the last team, the Chargers. They start the season with the Raiders. They're gonna beat the Raiders. Or they'll beat the Raiders, I think, that game. First night game of the season. Chargers at Chiefs, they split. They beat the Jags. Beat the Jags, beat the Texans, beat the Browns, beat the Broncos, beat the Seahawks, beat the Falcons, beat the 49ers, split with the Chiefs, beat the Cardinals, probably split with the Raiders, maybe even beat them twice, beat the Dolphins, beat the Titans, beat the Colts, beat the Rams and beat the Broncos. So 14-3. Maybe. I hope. I like the Chargers. I think they can really. If their defense stays healthy, got Khalil Mack, one of the best safeties in football, Derwin James. Good pass rush with Bosa too. Can't forget about him. The Eckler, great fantasy running back. I think this team is. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders. I don't. They're really young. I could be wrong. I do think the Chargers are the best team in this division. All around, both sides of the ball. Coaching might be an issue. But I do think the Chargers do win this division. So that's my predictions. Hopefully Sauce puts his on TikTok for you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna post a NFC Wednesday. Hopefully, if I get around to it, I'll try to do that on Wednesday. And on Friday, I think I'm gonna do a mock draft on fantasy. I'm not the best at fantasy, I'll be honest. But I'll just randomize some numbers. We'll do a few pit drafts. Maybe you guys can help me out. We do have one of our friends. He would agree to us. He's a fantasy expert. He said he'd help us out. Give you guys some fantasy tips. And don't worry, the card videos aren't gonna stop. I'll probably post a lot of the card videos on TikTok now. NFL season's coming up. If we do something big, probably post it on YouTube. And other sports, I mean, the Mets are doing good in baseball. I think they're playing the Braves now, I think. Yankees are struggling as of recent. Tatis just got suspended 80 games. Thank goodness I got rid of his card at the show. Juan Soto went to the Padres. MLB is just crazy right now. There was a perfect game ruined in the first pitch of the ninth the other night. Yeah, it's a great year for sports, in my opinion. I'm not really paying attention to the NBA at all. Not really sure about hockey or anything like that. We'll have to get somebody that specializes in hockey if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. This is the episode 1 of the Pelly and Sauce podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like this, feel free to argue with me in the comments or feel what you guys have to say. This is just my opinion. For all I know, these are going to be completely wrong. I didn't even do that much research. I'll keep, once we get into the season, like I said, on Wednesdays, we'll predict from the Thursday game to the Monday game. We'll try to keep it record. Predict every game. See who's popping off in fantasy. I think I'm gonna draft coming up. I'm gonna try to record some of that, show you guys my team. That'd be pretty cool, I think, for you guys to see. To see how I draft. Everybody drafts different in fantasy. This year I'm really high on the wide receivers, and running backs. Mostly running backs in the first round, because in years past, the running backs are what screwed me. And it seems like there's always a wide receiver off the waiver or something, or late round wide receiver that just ends up popping off. I mean, how many fantasy leagues have drafted Jamar Chase? I know some people got him off the waiver line in week 3, something crazy like that. But yeah, that's my AFC predictions. Let me know what you guys thought. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, they tryna at me, I'm running the race. I gotta pick up the pace. They throwing shade.